Where are you at?
I'm from Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
Now you're a paparazzi.
When it comes to Hollywood stars in general, since they are so much in the limelight, they are bound to be caught off guard and seem a little angry at times, especially the paparazzi for good reason. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the moments where Sebastian Stan has gotten a little bit angry at times.
What's up, man? What a welcome to New York City.
Welcome!
Right? It is New York. This is where we are, right?
Yeah, this is New York. Welcome to New York City. What are you planning to visit while you're here?
Where are you at?
I'm from Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
Now you're a paparazzi.
Well, I'm
In
actually
Los Angeles.
a video journalist, we like to call it.
Video journalist?
Field producer.
Jesus.
Hey, what was the most unexpected thing you found when you came to America? What didn't you expect?
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
People like you, I guess.
Sebastian Stan is one of the MCU actors known for his role as Bucky Barnes in The Winter Soldier. But before we get into that, some Marvel trivia for you. What was Sebastian Stan's first film credit role? Leave your answer in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
3,650 days.
Ooh, that boy. Clean.
I told you I studied math in high school, homeboy.
Clean. But yes.
Do the math.
No. 3,065 days? You just added a zero in between.
3,650 days.
He is one of the actors that has a soft spot and kinda keeps under the radar more than the rest of even the male MCU actors. That doesn't mistake the fact that he does have a sassy side to him that his fans have noticed. He's actually most known for being so quiet.
Which actor in Captain America Civil War would you trust most with a secret? Oh boy, that's a really interesting question. I'll say Sebastian Stan.
Really?
Yes, he's very quiet.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
Alright, who's the most quiet?
Oh, Sebastian.
Paul, that.
No, you're quieter than Paul. He does that
Yes,
weird British
I
thing.
mean,
Hello, how are you? Vision's here. What are we shooting today?
this poor man, I didn't talk to him once throughout this film.
Many times celebrities in general are asked the weirdest questions, like from Scarlett Johansson and what she wears under her Black Widow suit to Sebastian Stan being asked what his suit smelled like by the end of filming.
Ask that question. I mean, like, why? What's the like? But seriously,
Hardline.
He drew a hard line on that.
No, the question is, what's your next question?
Yeah. What's your next question?
And it makes you stop and think for a second. Like, are these genuine questions, or were they planned, or were they just the first thing that popped into these interviewers' mind?
What's Seb send you like?
He's chilled. He's very chilled at the moment, but he gets really annoyed at silly questions.
She really got to know me.
With all his years starring in the MCU as Bucky Barnes, he is now unrecognizable starring in a new film seen wearing facial prosthetics for the film, which centers on an outcast named Edward who undergoes facial reconstruction surgery as he looks for a fresh start. The synopsis adds that after his surgery, he becomes fixated on a man starring as him in a stage production based on his former life. No word on his character re-entering the MCU, as he has since moved on to other projects like Sharper, an upcoming comedy thriller, and currently filming another film called A Different Man, releasing in 2023. Aside from his known role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he has also starred in other well-known films like The Martian. In a recent interview with Stephen Colbert, promoting his leading role in the new miniseries Pam and Tommy, he has actually said that he doesn't think he trusts the SpaceX company.
You would go to space in a minute have you had the opportunity. And I'm a big fan of space myself since I was a kid. But now, it's 6 years since you've been here. 6 years later, that's not a dream, that's a reality. You just cut a check and you can go.
Yeah.
So would you go up with like, who's doing it now? Bezos is doing it, and Branson's doing it, and Elon Musk, SpaceX, you can go up and actually go around.
I don't know if I trust those guys with my life.
Anthony Mackie one time seemed like he was trying to push Sebastian in revealing what he had to do to get into his Bucky Barnes costume, and matching his personality, it didn't seem like he was too happy about it.
What you have to do, dog? Nah, do the thing. Do the chest.
That's
what you
it.
have to do. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he's got to try. I need to see this.
That's what I'm trying to
Come
say.
on.
Yes.
I'll get there. Keep going.
All right.
And for the answer to our trivia question, when Stan was only 12 and living in Vienna at the time, he made his feature film debut in European film director Michael Haneke's film 71 Fragments of a Chronology of Chance. Credited as Kid in Subway, a very young Stan is seen hopping around a subway platform opposite a boy his age. His next film credit would not occur for another 10 years until 2004's Tony and Tina's Wedding.
Have the most trouble getting along with.
Oh dear God, you know the man. I mean, Tom Holland is a problem.
Aside from all the times Sebastian Stan has been a little upset or confused at times at some of the questions he is asked during press tours or interviews, or is not only well known, but one of the actors in Hollywood that is good at being laid back and keeping out of trouble. With that said, he's very loved by people.
You know Steve Rogers when you were little kids. How was he? Fighter guy like you, or how was he?
No.
Oh. See our no. Bucky. Can I call you Bucky?
No.
Mr. Barnes, maybe? Yes.
For some reason, I'm okay being in a harness. It's fine to fly around and be in it for a certain period of time. I really do enjoy it a lot. And with these things called tuning forks, so I'm not just being held up on wires, but I actually have a harness on with a big piece of metal that hugs my waist.
We have this incredible moment of Elizabeth on some sort of wires to make it appear as though she is floating for the effect of flying in Avengers Infinity War.
Oh yeah, they're doing 3-4 miles an hour, so you can see they're already flying. The more miles hit and miss, sometimes you can see some good stuff, sometimes you can't. The first few days we were all there till like 2, something crazy.
In the beginning, she talks about how much she's wanted to be involved in the movement and Scarlet Witch's powers.
For me, I really have been wanting to be a part of the movement and the fighting for Scarlet Witch. I know like Evangeline feels the same with her character.
It was great to have Lizzie come to the training because then we put like a sort of a book together
of language.
Of all the language as well as moves that were great that we could just throw in anywhere.
We've been enjoying how delicious it is to justify some of the things she does in the movie.
I love that there's a little bit of dread of what would happen if she were called.
All this stuff is God, you just blew it.
Exactly.
All these people are gonna get hurt.
You're stirring
It's
her.
not my fault.
I agree. It's not.
She goes a lot into detail about the fact that it's not just a fight and arm movement between fighting scenes. You have to play into the fact that there's emotion connected to it and it has a flow within the story, whether it's a lover's fight or an angry fight.
Everything when you have a conversation with anyone, they're like, oh, well, we're trying to tell this part of the story, and this is a lover's fight, and this is love and loss, and this is where we're gonna have a reversal. And I'm just thinking, well, shouldn't you just be making everyone look cool? But they're actually caring about telling the story as best as they can through fighting. You have more control over your body, and so we've done a variation of these tuning forks and wire work.
She tells a story during the scene where the women heroes of the MCU were trying to give the Infinity Gauntlet to Spider-Man in Endgame, and she had a bit of a slip-up when trying to do one of her stunts.
Or we're helping Marvel bring the gauntlet or the thing to the front or to Spider-Man or something. And I landed in the scene on wires and I lost my balance and I fell backwards and got totally slammed in the back of the head.
So what did you guys think about all this? Do you think it was right for him to do some of the things he did, or was it out of context? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
Someone told me, they're like, you look like you just took that from a Chinese restaurant. I was like, maybe I did.
You acted like this? What did you expect when you came from Australia?
Lovely Romanian.
Oh, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did, man.
Yeah,
What's the national?
Yeah, I'm gonna hear about it.
What's the?
Black, simple black. You know, it's fine.
Sebastian.
Thanks, Sebastian. Love your work.
Thank you, Sebastian.